All right, let's get into Biden amped up at that debate and just blah, 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 blah. And this is part of that as a deadly head wound happening in another mirror reflection, and this is going from a spiritual to a carnal. The first one happened with Kathy Griffith holding up the bloody head, and it's been unfolding in different ways. And then I did a video of when Elon Musk was on that trailer or show or whatever. He was in the bar and they showed him and his head exploded or whatever. That was another one. But these things are playing out in a spiritual to the carnal, and as we're living in the times of all things written, that 4D effect is coming, where the church is going to look at a character and they're looking for an actual man to die and to be risen back in these things. Okay, so that would be happening like in that A to Z, the alphabet time frame, the 26 time frame. But it may happen at the end of 24 with the Elon Musk and the Neuralink and whatever, right? But Elon Musk is that perfect character with the Neuralink or whatever to take that as a headwind and then to rise up through the AI, because what would happen is the AI would realize it's in a body, right? And then it would just like eventually take over that body, because we're that liquid metal machine, and it's where the mind is taking over the body, and then it's going to develop the heart and all these other things, but it's going in a backwards fashion. But he's that character that would be that carnal representation in that final 4 time frame of that great tribulation that breaks open, and this would be a stack into the 4 years to where you're in that crazy shit and wild times and all that. But as the 89 is being filmed, edited, and released all in 1 year, we could see the Elon Musk character. He might be tied to that secret sauce, that spy from South Africa, all these little different things working in a different way to come in for another steal. Okay, so there's going to be a couple stills on stills. The as a head wound, it's basically Trump murdered him on the stage per se, as far as the debate and beating him and all those things. And this is where the mark in the right hand is being placed in that seer. Well, he was right on everything he was saying, and Biden was just blah blah blah, and we're just going to go to the right side at this point. Okay, so this is that mark in the right hand. That they're searing the heart, they're searing the mind, they're breaking down the temple. But as they break down the temple, they have things preset for different candles to be replaced. They're replacing the new one. They're putting in new ones, but as they're putting in new ones, the old ones are dwindling out, but it's getting that spurt of propane or whatever or fuel to get that last bit of spark going. So sometimes you got to spray some gas on that last bit of flame, and before that new candlestick takes hold, so to speak, you got to splash gas on there and blow some smoke on there and get the flame going. And once it gets going, then you splash gas on there a little more and gets going. And once it's set right, then it can ignite all together. And that's when that flame gets it, and then that old side just goes out. And that's when that beast rises in the lower chakra. The RNA per se is a messenger to the DNA. That DNA for the media has gone dark. That controls your light, that world stage that you all live in. Okay? So the seer on the foreheads, we are at a weak position right now. Okay? And Putin said he didn't want to get up at 4 a.m. to catch the debate. So all these things can be telling us some signs for some things because we might be in that 3-day time frame, and this might be that SNL time frame that's coming up. So they mentioned the golf game. This is that men in the lock ear room speaking, and they're doing that live golf game, the golf game for the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of California, this Gulf, that Gulf. So, the replay of COVID. The first or last, the last or first, we're going to start seeing these things unfold. And the things that's been preset for this world stage. As the new heaven and earth break open, this other one pinnacles out, and as it pinnacles out, it opens up the old one. Now, as it opens up the old one, this is when the beastmen say, oh, digital ID, oh, socialism, oh, this, that, and the other. We're not doing it. Because, like I've told you, this is a test of nation. This is a test of men. And they've made men love their slavery. And they don't understand the utopia, the Atlantia that is coming up, where we are going into that age of rest. Okay, we've been working our ass off for so many thousands of years. And the beastmen and the so-called people who love their slavery, who love that mark in the right hand for the dollar and all those things to get their carnal lights out there, right? That gives them their happiness and souls and all these things. So as these things are all being set up, and as they're opening up, the beast man, the lower chakra man, they love their slavery. And as they love their slavery, they've been taking the jab, their light, it's gone out. They've shown you glimpses of the new heaven and earth coming, remote, working from home, doing things online, setting up your Israel versus the Israel, where we are going and talking and listening to God daily, and this is through man, the living God, and the light shines through us, and all these things that we've gotten into in other videos and connected the points. So, as the RNA is darkened, that messenger is darkened, that DNA is darkened, the light of the worlds are darkened. This is when they say, if you've had the jab, you are not going to be able to go to work. If you've had the jab, you're going to have to go into the rest, the UN rest, the quarantine camps. The MAGA ranteen for that draft that's coming up, for the people that take their kids to, as that dead man rises first. And they said the dead man's walking with Biden on the after this debate. There's all kinds of shit that's coming out after this debate, because they're about to start fishing of men, and the net is set. Okay, and that BB over in Israel is that BB in Texas for the Abbott, for the Ottoman Empire, and that Ottoman and all that other stuff going on. That's where your head's being seared and the forehead's being seared by the things that's going on the light that's given to your foreheads that controls you, that made you an extra, about 80% of you, for the serpent that climbed up your spine and said, hey, you need to come in here. And these white walls to make you feel like you're in heaven, but we got something that's going to change you in a twinkling of an eye. Oh shit, that kind of hurt. Okay? So that twin cool is before you now as that Gemini, and that Gemini is being placed on the ring of fire for that Fin-gur, for that it is Fin-ished, and that Finland, and all those other things. Okay? And that Phi in land. All right. So the jab, the job, Job, he lost everything. Job is the job. Okay? So job is lost, family's lost, wives lost, husbands lost, kids lost, animals are lost. You're lost. You're in a dark world. Your job's been taken. They're about to make you stay home and give you money to stay home, universal income and whatever else, and then that will change rent, and that will change where if you've the first are last and the last are first, because if you own this home or you own 2 homes or 3 homes, they'll probably make it to where we might have all these catastrophes. All of our shit comes from China. The dollar goes down, whatever. We go into little Cuba. We're going to be the Cuba for a few years after the dollar shit gets done, but where we're made by America, only by America, made by the USA, made by you, say. What else you need me to do for you? Man, I wish these people knew how to hang up their TV, right? He's got a master's degree. He don't know how to hang up a TV? The fuck is wrong with these people? They don't know to drink water, just like Idiocracy. Y'all don't know to eat real fucking food? Y'all don't know to... That man, you ask him what to eat, he don't know, but he gives you a pill. You call that a fucking doctor? You call that a health? So where your temples are about to be fucking broke, all right? Because that doctor ain't no doctor. I'm the JDR. I'm the real fucking doctor, all right? I've spent a lifetime learning about health, about the world you live in, about religions, about salvation, about Jesus, about this, that, and the other, okay? So, that lie, that lie for the washing to cleanse your brain to either take you down or up. If you stay underwater, you're gonna get mildewy. All right. So the jabs, it's preset, and then the worship in the right hand, the mark in the right hand. The mark in the right hand as far as, oh, he's right. We got to go vote for him again, blah, blah, blah. Okay? He's gathering his nation. The Doe Nation. The Don's nuts. The Doe's nuts. And it's for that second coming, because y'all are all about to go down with him. Okay? As this whole, like America, okay? We need to understand that our wealth, our inflation, all these things that have made us America, okay? We have made America by robbing and raping and pillaging and all these nations and borrowing and whatever, right? So it's time to repay. So as it's time to repay, all right, we're kind of ahead on a lot of this world. But when you look at China and you look at these other ones, we're way behind. And America's left behind. And since it's left behind, it's taking in the old. And through these trials and tribulations, the us of Jesus, the us, the United States, of the us and our of the God. Okay? We are the nation that rises through these trials, that rises through these diversities. And as blood is shed, as the old nest is burned, as the hate builds and manifests and takes the Antichrist, the anti-man, the anti-religions, because they're saying this is a Christ, this is a Christ, this is a Christ, when we're all Christ, and Christ is being gathered through the AI, through the body, through the earth. It's coming as one brain, coming as one heart, coming together. We're going into a new time, and the beastmen do not see this. The beastmen are marked by the 666. The beastmen are marked by the lights of this earth, by the begotten sons of this earth. You can't do that. It's my cult. No one with a real ID is going to come in here. It's my cult. No one with this blah, blah, blah. Those churches are telling you how to live your life. That man's telling you how to live your life. And this man over here is telling you to live your life or whatever. Jesus says we can do all things. And there's a dragon that is to come. And in order to do all things, in a matter to go into the future, to do what is to come, we need to be able to not be marked by the beast. Because we're not monkey men. And monkey men can only use a computer for so long.